You are tuned in to the JDawg and Leevis show. After years of playing together in bands and tons of late-night conversations, it was decided that it was only fair we repeat it all here. Tonight, on the JDawg and Leevis show.
What are we talking about tonight?
Podcast 31 is what we're talking about.
Oh, 31.
31. New segment tonight.
Oh, yeah? What's
in
that?
the news.
I wonder what is in the news.
Also, Michael Allen Gould.
The Michael Allen Gould.
The Michael Allen Gould. Back. Not in studio.
So close.
Because he's never been in studio, so he can't come back.
Close.
But back on the line giving us an Urban Dictionary update.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Leevis is also going to watch JDawg get a little loopy during the show.
That's true.
Little loopy.
Like no other show.
And we may also bring up some other stuff.
Ooh. Sell it, JDawg.
Like I
Sell
know
it.
what I'm talking about. You're going to get some music. You're going to get a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Right here on the JDawg and Leevis show, podcast 31.
You're going to get some Urban Dictionary updatedness.
Well, yeah, that's what Michael Gould's going to do.
Well, I know. But, you know.
This is a terrible intro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bye! Enjoy the show!
Okay.
Now it's recording.
Is it recording now?
No. Yes.
Yes! Okay. It's a very serious song.
Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone? Got a bad desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is it good to you? Can he do to you the things that I do? I can take you higher. Oh, I'm on fire. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and put a 6-inch valley through the middle of my skull. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. And you cool my desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and put a 6-inch valley through the middle of my skull. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. You cool my desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire.
That had a nice ring to it.
We sound so classy when we're clinking glasses.
That was the wine clink.
Because we're upper crusty now. Is that it? Or are we just regular crusty?
I can mention something about Krusty later on in the show. Just reminded me of something.
Great.
Oh.
Is it Uncharted?
Uncharted territory. So this is podcast number 31.
It is.
31. It's actually episode 2 of season 2. That's what I'm calling it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we're going to stick with.
That's a little easier than prime numbers, like 31.
Prime numbers, Optimus Prime numbers.
Yes.
What's a prime number? Oh, that's that one you can't divide into
anything.
Something. I'm not good at math.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah.
That's all. And that's as much education as our listeners are going to get today. There it is.
I didn't even... I choked on my wine last week. But I've been practicing for the last 2 weeks, so I don't choke on my wine anymore. Oh,
that's good.
And we're starting off tonight with carnivore.
When I think of meat eaters, you and your wine are the first things that come to mind.
And Michael Allen Gould.
When
you say meat eater, he is the Tyrannosaurus Rex of them all.
Yes.
And he does have little arms. little tiny fingers and hands.
Sharp, pointy fingernails.
So it's actually kind of fitting. Yeah, we're going to call him in just a little bit here.
Big masculine jaw. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's that, too.
That's our man.
And he does wear the hat all the time, but he has a very sexy noggin.
Does he?
I think he wears the hat because he doesn't want people rushing the stage after they see his sexy noggin.
I don't know if I even know what shape his head is. Oh. I think I've only seen it with the hat on it.
I've had a good view of the top of it.
Oh.
Well.
Yes. And on that note...
So we're going to call him a little bit. He's here to do the Urban Dictionary update. Yahoo! And the Urban Dictionary update, as we've gone from its beginning to where it is now, has started off actually rather light. And now it's just about as heavy as it can get. He's dropped the Blumpkin on us. He's dropped the Abe Lincoln on us.
Oh, my gosh. I forgot about the Abe Lincoln.
And the Cock Blocker Spaniel.
Still one of my favorites.
One of my favorites as well. No matter what it meant. The Cock Blocker Spaniel. Which, just in case everybody's wondering.
Yeah, probably should.
It's when you're having
relations,
a sexual relation with your significant other, and you're not paying attention, and the dog sneaks in and gives a little lick on somebody when they weren't expecting it right in the middle. That would be the Cock Blocker Spaniel. I don't know if that's the exact definition, but it's right there.
See, and that's why I have cats. Because cats just come in and stare at you.
They do, and you have three. So they're all around the room.
Yeah, they get it in...
But the weird thing is when Lee is with his significant other and he sees the cat staring, he ignores it. Then he looks to the left, and then it gets a little weirder. Then he looks to the right. Now he's got three. But it's when he looks at the foot of the bed and I'm staring at him. I think that freaks him out a little bit. But, me and the cats...
It's the cock blocker JDawg.
Hey, Leevis.
Moving up from the spaniel.
Can I borrow some cheese? You got any Parmesan? Oh. So I think we're going to start this off quick because Michael Allen Gould is actually a little tied up this evening.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Because he wants to get this in before he picks up his daughter from softball. And she's with him in the car.
And he has to be a role model.
So, yeah.
And things.
At 9 o'clock, it's a role model. So we should probably get this done quickly.
Glad I never have to do that. I couldn't handle the pressure.
So, without further ado, we're going to start this off right away and get everybody on board with the Urban Dictionary update as we sip on our carnivore and pretend that we're eating meat.
Here comes your Urban Dictionary update, live from the North Brown Studios, with the lead vocalist of Spiderbone, the baddest heavy metal band this side of the Continental Divide, Michael Allen Gould.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah!
He's back. He's back in the North Brown Studios for the Urban Dictionary update. Michael Allen Gould, how are you this evening?
I feel special.
You do you? Well, I hope that after tonight, when we hear these three terms from you, that we'll feel just as special as you.
Hey, just hold it there, buddy. Who said anything about 3? Maybe I got 6.
Ooh.
You are making up for lost time.
We get a bonus.
That's right.
You'll get a bone something.
It's like extra strength.
You get the bonerous.
The bonerous.
No, now we have to put on the explicit rating.
Yeah, it's all over.
Yep.
You knew that was coming.
So close. We were so close to getting through an episode. We made it 8 minutes.
We usually go a little bit longer than that, but explicit it is.
We got to make up for lost time here.
Because I'm sure, that Bonosaurus is not allowed. That's what bonerific. What'd you say? It's one of those.
The Bonerous.
Bonerous. Yeah.
So did you get a chance to see the Urban Dictionary update entry that JDawg and Leevis made? Did you get a chance to go over that?
Where?
I do believe that I went over that a few times, and I actually checked myself to see if I qualified.
Were you in uncharted territory?
I'd say maybe 3 out of 8 nights I was.
You don't understand how proud we were of that actually being submitted.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, I read that, I laughed my ass off. It's like genius.
It is genius. So we'll talk more about the uncharted territory as we go on, but without further ado, I want to hear what you have to offer, because our favorite so far is Cockblocker Spaniel, but I think you might be able to meet that tonight.
Yeah, I think tonight, since it's been a long time, it's I'm going to get a little down and dirty, man.
So here's what we do on the JDawg and Leevis show with the Urban Dictionary update. Michael Allen Gould calls in. We have no idea what he's going to do, but he's going to bring us terms that come from the actual urbandictionary.com.
And as a matter of fact, he already has.
Yes, he has. Because as Leevis quickly looked up here, the term he used, bonerous, is actually in the Urban Dictionary. And
get out!
I already can't pronounce a word, so I'm going to let Leevis read what bonerous is. You used a term and you didn't even know it.
You are so hip. You are so hip. It's the portmanteau of boner and onerous, an adjective referring to a foreboding sense of doom related to one's arousal estate. Arousal state.
Arousal estate?
Yeah. Aroused state.
Has he got a brothel?
Jeez. The carnivore is really sinking its teeth into me. Yes. Used to describe a boner that is bound to cause the wearer some trouble. That is, if that's not bonerous and Michael Allen Gould in one sentence, I don't know what is.
That's amazing. It sounds like a Blumpkin gone wrong.
Or so
Isn't
right.
a Blumpkin wrong to begin with?
How
does it go wrong?
Only on one end.
I thought it was a Greek god. Bonerous.
I'm sure he is to you.
All right. So,
okay.
So now out there in the open is uncharted territory and bonerous. And you haven't even started.
I haven't even started.
All right. Give us the first one.
All right. The first one we got tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the angry penguin.
I can only imagine.
The angry penguin.
Okay.
An angry penguin is a female is performing oral sex on a male. Just when he is about to get there, she gets up and walks away, leaving him alone, aroused, with pants around his ankles. The male waddles after the female like an angry penguin. We've been there.
All been there.
I was like, where is it? This is, I mean, it's funny, but it's not. And then there you go, waddling after her.
And it's worse if it's cold. So
Well, normally it happens in sub-zero temperatures. Why is she turning? Why is she turning the air down so low?
It disappears.
I like the angry penguin. Because I would be angry. I would be angry.
Indeed.
Are we ready for the next?
We are. I forgot I needed tissue to wipe my tears away during this segment. Go ahead.
All right, this one's short, but it's sweet. It's called a hairy bat.
Wait, a hairy? Say that again.
A hairy bat.
Oh, bat.
Hairy
okay.
bat.
Hairy bat.
Like a flying bat or like a Louisville?
Yeah, like Dracula when he gets into his animal form, he's a flying bat.
Okay.
All right.
This is a hairy bat.
A hairy bat.
All right, a hairy bat is a long schlong covered in ingrown hairs.
Ingrown hairs.
It almost sounds like a weapon.
I was to say that might be a Louisville bat.
You could do some damage with those pubes, dude.
Ingrown hairs. Oh. Okay.
Sounds like hairy painful. I don't know.
You said it was short and sweet. You got right to the point.
I got right to the tip.
It wasn't drawn out. Yes, right to the tip. Yes.
That was a classy joke.
Explicit.
All right, the next one I got here, I like that. I like that a lot.
Did you get that?
Yeah, it actually kind of...
I just slapped my hairy bat up against Leevis's angry penguin.
Dude, I couldn't have planned that better, because this next one is kind of just exactly what you guys just did, but with a different part of your body, if you know what I'm talking about.
The stem of the wine glass?
This one's called the pubic concert.
Pubic concert.
Now, a pubic concert is it's a party of the pubes interlocking with your mate or sex partner.
So
when you're slapping uglies?
It's when they interlock together?
Yes.
Like Velcro?
It's pubic Velcro, yes.
It's more like a smosh pit. Slosh pit? I don't know.
Pubic concert.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm a little tangled up here. All right, you said you had 6, right?
I got a few here. Yes.
So wait. What's a bearded concert then? I can only assume it's similar.
Oh,
goodness. I think so. Yeah, you would have maybe Pavarotti singing.
You know what the best part of this is? He's not reading these. These are all in his head.
There's some truth to that.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
In and or around my head.
That's what happens when you're bonerous.
Oh, giggling like a school kid. Go ahead. Give us number 4.
Ooh.
All right. Number 4 here.
Bonus
is
term.
Be, come again?
I said it's a bonus term. We get an extra.
The bonerous?
Bonerous term.
All right. This one is, let's see. Okay. This one's called Quissel.
Quissel.
Quissel with a Q?
Quissel with a Q.
Okay.
And to quissel, you place a whistle in between the vaginal flaps and fanny farting to create pressure in the whistle to create a musical note. Oh my God, I just quistled. That high C.
It's a quithel. With a little lift to it. Oh my Lord. So you have
There's a quissel in my hedgerow.
So you actually have to quissel until you make a note?
Yes. It's got to be musical. Magical musical labias.
All right.
How can we compete with this? We can't.
No, we can't. Just let them keep going. All right. Is this your final one?
Although it does make me wonder where bagpipes came from. If that's
the hairy bagpipes. Now we're getting into the concert.
When the hairy bat's not enough, you get out the hairy pipes.
He brought a quissel to the fight.
When you bring a quissel to a hairy bat fight.
Well, you know what they say: quissel while you work. Quick.
All right, I think I've saved the best for last here, and this is something that I remember doing in the '90s. Through a course of different flashbacks, I kind of pieced it together.
I'm surprised you remember anything from the 90s.
Oh, me too, man. But this was a mystery that eluded me for quite some time, and through talking to my coworker Chuck Kelly about flashing back on certain drugs, it kind of all came together one day. And there were actually looked it up, and there was a term for what I was thinking about, and it's called the zombie mask.
Okay.
Zombie mask.
The zombie mask.
The zombie mask.
And this is something that you've done?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is true story.
I think it was named after me, truthfully.
The Zombie Zero.
Enlighten us on the zombie mask.
Okay, now, granted, this is not the way I would write it, because it sounds like some young, little millennial put it together, because it's kind of an ibonical text talk here. So let me see if I can decipher.
Good luck.
Let's see here. The zombie mask. While getting head from your favorite unsuspecting trash barrel whore, tell her you want her to look right up at you with those pretty little eyes. When you blow your load, then just when you're ready to spew a good week's worth of goo, blast that hefty load in both eyes. This temporary state of blindness will produce the zombie effect as she stumbles around the room with arms outstretched and moaning like the Walking Dead.
Now, were you wearing the mask?
Yeah. I was really expecting a drug reference.
The mask was shot back onto me.
Wow, that was a lot of build-up for that one. To get to the mask.
Well, I kind of added to it, though. When I did it, I turned the lights off, so that kind of added to the whole arms outstretched in the dark, looking for a light.
Looking for anything.
That's right.
Oh. All right, well, judges,
my goodness.
out of the 6 that you've got, I enjoyed every single one, as I always do, but I am partial to the Angry Penguin.
The Angry Penguin.
That's a good one. I like that one. And perhaps the reason that he became the Angry Penguin is because she found herself not in uncharted territory, which will leave you in the state of an Angry Penguin.
You could make a gruesome discovery in the middle of all of this coitus and, suddenly not be aroused.
But if you ever get in trouble, just blow your whistle. And someone will come running. Might be a zombie, but someone will come. Did we just lose Michael Allen Gould?
I think so.
Well, you know what? I'm going to call him right back. I can't have that.
Nobody hangs up on JDawg.
I think he's still using a flip
Please
phone.
leave your message for...
He's still trying to talk to you.
Michael Gould?
Maybe he's trying to call me. I'm going to give this one more shot. Normally on professional radio shows, they would quit by now. But I will never quit on Michael Allen Gould.
We'll show them.
Oh, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
God, I felt like the penguin for a moment.
That's what you get for using a flip phone.
Man, I was smashing my hand with a floppy. Or a flappy.
A flappy.
Flappy.
Oh, Michael Allen Gould, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
But before you go tonight, I'm not just going to let you go just yet, because you have some very, very exciting news about your band, which everyone well knows is Spiderbone. And
yes?
I've seen a couple little teasers online about Spiderbone being a part of something huge. And I'm not talking about a huge hairy bat. I'm talking about a huge event, and I believe it's called Rockstar's Garage, which is...
Why, yes, JDawg.
Which is out of Plainfield, Illinois. And
yes, it is.
You are the pilot band on the pilot show of Rockstar's Garage. And why don't you elaborate a little bit more about it and let our listeners know what you're getting yourself into?
I will try to make this short because we've talked about this for so long and with so many different people. It's easy to ramble, so I'll just kind of wrap it up real quick. It's a soundstage studio / club / man cave in Plainfield, owned and operated by Mr. Steve Razman, we call him, and he is a firm believer in original music, and he's really sick of the scene here in Chicago with all the tribute bands, the cover bands, and they're not really being anywhere for original bands. I mean, there are clubs for original bands, but it's, you know, mainly in Chicago right now. This is like, it's tribute central, and especially in the suburbs, it's all, you know, there's not a lot of places for original music. So this guy, Steve, and his partner Rich, who's an awesome video, he was Oprah Winfrey's video guy for like 10 or 15 years. He won an Emmy for his work, and their partnership is just an awesome combination, because between the sound and the video, these guys put together a whole production package in the form of an episode that they're putting together, that they're trying to get picked up, you know, by a cable network, or picked up by, you know, a TV station, anything that'll jump on this and, you know, support it so that they can do more episodes. And they're looking for local talent, starting off in Chicago here, and also in the tri-state area, Wisconsin, Indiana, you know, Iowa, and all that. And they're looking for
that would be 4 states, Mike.
Something like that.
Three
Three
other states.
I'm in St. Charles here, so I got the try on my mind. You know?
Well, I'll tell you what. I watched the 2 snippets that are previewing it, because the first episode is not completed in production yet. But the 2 teaser snippets look like anything I've ever seen on cable television. It looks like a professional production. It looks like something off of TLC or something like that. It's very well done, and the studio looks fantastic. And just having that small crowd in the studio, so you get the live effect, and you also get the stage effect, and you get the video effect. It's all packaged in one. And if somebody wanted to go see this, can they go online and see those teasers, or is that just something that you've been sending out?
They can go to Rockstar's Garage on Facebook. Just look up Rockstar's Garage, or they can go to the website, which is I believe it's under Razman's RockstarsGarage.com.
Okay.
And they can find the teasers, and they can also, on both those websites, they can submit their music. There's information on how to get your music there, how to send links and all that stuff, and
awesome.
to get heard. Because this is for the local scene. I mean, these guys really are passionate, and they put together everything for you, and it's free. You know, these guys do it because they love it, and we're hoping this thing takes off, because it's real. It would be really good for the scene. It would help a lot of people, and it would get, you know, we're trying to, you know, kickstart rock and roll again in this area, you know, because everything it's just, you know, a flash in the pan with MP3s. It's kind of sad.
You got it.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And I see that they actually really care about promoting your band, because there was a post, it was either today or yesterday, I saw John Fixmore is your guitar player, and they were putting makeup on him, which is only better for your band. Make that boy pretty. So, no, I think it's fantastic. I think it looks great. I'm so excited to see the actual final take of it. It's going to be me sitting there saying, "Hey, I know that famous guy."
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I know him on an Angry Penguin level.
He's taught me things, not about music.
I appreciate you saying that. I hope it really gets going to help the scene, and you know, I think it would be awesome to maybe even see JDawg and Leevis do a show from there one night or something.
well, if you insist. So
yeah, you should come out with me one night, because they're really cool guys. It's Steve Razman and Richard Hemingway. They're awesome dudes. They got an awesome team of guys, and you know, I think you guys could, you know, maybe pull a few Blumpkins and maybe work in a few, you know, maybe a couple of hairy bat fights.
That would probably be the only way they let us in.
That's true.
There's a main entrance, and then there's a Blumpkin entrance that you have to go through the bathroom to get into the Rockstar's Garage. That's the one we would be let in.
And I have to tell you, this guy told me a story yesterday that would be perfect for your show. It's so disturbing, I can't really repeat it without talking to you first to see if it's okay, but we laughed, you know.
Sounds like he wants to be on the show again.
I'll tell you, you know, Steve and I are close because we're friends on Facebook.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
I got that.
You have more than one friend? Oh.
Yep. It's you, Leevis, and Steve. So there you go.
Well, you can count me out
But
now that your Facebook page is a tri-state area.
I'm not going to be your angry penguin.
Yeah.
Since me and Steve are so close now, perhaps I could even get him on the show and he can talk about his Rockstar's Garage right here. So all 25 listeners can hear it.
It could happen.
That would be very possible, probably.
All right. Well, I think it's 9 o'clock now, and I know you have a previous engagement, and you have to start going into dad mode and stop all this nonsense. So
I got to stop flopping my hand.
That's right. No flopping. Just be dad and do your dad things that you have to do at 9 o'clock. We appreciate you calling in. No, you didn't call in. I called you. I still appreciate myself for calling you.
I appreciate you guys calling.
I appreciate Leevis for letting me call you. And thank you for those 6 terms. They will go down in the history books of JDawg and Leevis and Angry Penguin. I'm going to be using that one.
You guys
I'm going to be using that one. All right, Michael Allen Gould.
Yeah.
Have yourself a wonderful evening.
I love you guys. I love you.
I love you and your spider bone.
Even though it's a hairy spider bone?
Even though it's
Bat?
spider bonerous.
Ugh. Hang up on yourself, Michael. Hang up on yourself.
All right. I'll talk to you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm so special.
And there he goes. He gone. Enlightening.
That's our boy.
That's our boy. He brought it tonight.
So proud.
Now the Angry Penguin, that's classic. Because it gets right to the end, all of a sudden there's this little twist and it hits you and you laugh.
I think it's a visual thing.
But when
you can visualize it.
When he threw the hairy bat at me, he really hit me with the hairy bat. That's just wrong. That's a bit on the nasty side. But let him go loose. Explicit tag. Have at it. Do you remember his first term?
Can you put more than one explicit tag on a
You can.
show?
I'm going to.
Oh.
I have to. 6 of them. Do you remember his first term?
I remember laughing.
Kind of gross,
Probably.
but much lighter.
Not offhand.
It was the Chicago waffle.
Oh, yes.
The Chicago waffle.
I would have put that on a shirt.
Very...
I worked on that design, actually, for a
Well,
while.
you're supposed to put it on a laptop, but if you want to put it on a shirt.
Yes.
The Chicago waffle was just when you're mad at somebody, you take a dump on their laptop and close it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
that sounds like Chicago vengeance to me.
Hopefully it gets under the keys and they don't know it's there. And then, honey, what's that smell? So, yeah, that's the first one he brought, and now we're at the hairy bat. Whew, it's been a long road.
So you think that a Chicago pancake would be when you do it on a tablet?
Well, you don't really close a tablet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it'd be more like a pancake.
But it would,
you don't get the
it would
pattern.
spread out like a pancake on a griddle. And if you got your screen on full brightness, it may heat it up a little bit.
Say it depends on what you had for lunch, I guess.
You know to flip it when the bubbles are gone.
It's a Chicago crepe. I don't know. Something like that.
Oh. All right, so let's crap on each other's electronics and move on with the show. So, I don't know if you'd call this a new segment in the show, because I didn't make a little song, I didn't do
Are you going to do
like
it more than once?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's a segment.
So it's going to become a segment, and it's very simple. It's just called In the News. Give me a something, and now JDawg and Leevis in the news.
And now JDawg and Leevis.
Divas? You are my diva. JDawg and Divas.
Divas.
That's a different podcast I do. Me and the Divas.
Now I'm super jealous.
JDawg and Leevis in the news. Perfect.
There you
I
go.
don't even have to record anything. We just do that. So I was collecting different articles, Reddit.
Clothing?
Because you've gotten me reading Reddit a bit.
Are you on the Reddits
I am
now?
not on the Reddits, but I think I might download the app this week.
Oh.
But
it's better on PC, I'll be honest. Just the regular website, I like it better than the app. But that's just me. So, but yeah, Reddit is a good source of all things newsy.
So I got them from there. I got them from Fox, because anything on Fox is
Fox Sports.
worth talking about.
I see.
I guess.
Okay.
But I wanted to start off with This one was from WNCN.com. I'm giving them credit.
Okay, good
'cause I didn't
thinking.
come up with this. And I'm trying to remember where this was. It was in Kansas City. A man that was charged with drug and gun offenses ended his investigation in the investigation room, or the interrogation room,
Okay.
prematurely when an investigator was driven from the room by the suspect's excessive flatulence. So every time they asked a question, he would lift up his leg and fart. And he had enough gas in him that the smell was overwhelming,
Filled a small room.
and the noise was so loud and obnoxious that they put him back in the cell and said, "We'll continue this later." He never said a word. He wouldn't answer any questions. He would just fart. And I thought that was kind of amusing.
Did you say Kansas City?
It was
Is
in Kansas City.
So it's Missouri.
Continued to be flatulent, and the detective was forced to quickly end the interview. So
That sounds like a sixth grader's defense.
It does. Like sitting in the principal's office.
Yeah.
That's something you do. Here's one. This is more of a Michael Allen Gould report. Something he would very much enjoy. And this one's in Illinois.
Does it involve zombies?
It does not.
Does it involve masks?
But it's probably it could be related to the what was it? The hairy bat.
The hairy bat?
Illinois man reportedly shoots his own penis after stealing from a hot dog stand. The
What?
irony. A man in Chicago paid a hefty price when he tried to rob a hot dog stand.
Okay.
He was 19 years old, so
Oh.
easily can make
Oh,
these
okay.
kind of
Yeah.
horrible decisions.
Mm-hmm.
At the time of the robbery, one of the victims reportedly had been carrying a large bucket of grease. With the gun pointed at his head, the employee was trying to hand over a stack of dollar bills, but the bucket slipped and the money flew out of his hands. The robber grabbed the fallen money and started to run away, and while securing his gun on his waist, slipped in the grease, accidentally went off, and shot himself in the penis. It hurt so bad that he was writhing on the ground, and he was caught immediately.
Huh.
So you steal from a hot dog stand, and then you shoot your hot dog.
Using another Reddit term, that is what we call instant karma.
It is instant karma. Oh, and that's right here in Illinois, ladies and gentlemen.
Proud.
I wouldn't want that to be anywhere else.
I am proud.
Also, from FoxNews.com, they reported this one's in Utah.
Okay.
You ever been to Utah?
I have, actually.
Been to the Arches National Park?
Nope.
It's a beautiful place.
Okay.
Very beautiful
No,
place.
I went into Salt Lake City.
You know what's illegal in Utah?
A lot of things.
I believe the butt stuff. So I hear that's illegal in Utah.
I'm going to have to look that up.
But that has nothing to do with this article. This article is about a Utah man that said a high school mascot's name sounded too much like male genitalia and threatened to sue the high school and the local government if they did not remove this name from the school. One man in Utah
Yes.
started a petition Friday to change the mascot.
Wait, please tell me it's Tony Testicles.
It is not Tony Testicles. But that's a good one.
Tony Testicles?
Testicles.
That's his Greek name.
Testicles. He was arguing because the mascot for the Farmington High School in Utah is the Phoenix.
Phoenix?
So do you know what the plural for Phoenix is if you were to start chanting, "Let's go
Oh.
Phoenices"?
Oh, really? Well, okay.
So, as the students were chanting, "Let's go Phoenices, let's go Phoenices," didn't turn out so well.
Ah.
This touches my heart, and I don't know if I touched on this in a previous podcast, but it made me think of it immediately. My daughter in 4th grade was on the basketball team,
Oh,
the Park District basketball team, and they had to come up with a name, so they decided to call themselves, their uniforms were blue, and then somebody yelled out, "Let's be the Bees."
Oh, not the Jays.
Not the Jays, the Bees.
Okay.
So, of course, when they said 1, 2, 3, Blue Bees. So you hear all these 4th grade girls yelling, 1, 2, 3, Blue Bees! And I looked at one of the other dads, and we shook our head and looked at the coach and said no, and they went with Blue Baskets.
Blue baskets.
But yeah,
Gotcha.
Phoenices. I didn't know that.
I
thought
didn't-
Phoenix was plural for
I
Phoenix.
like learning vocabulary from
I thought
you.
it was the mice of mice and the mooses of the mooses and the geeses of the
Yeah.
geeses. But no, Phoenices.
Phoenices. I would not have guessed that.
Let's go, Phoenices. And last but not least, too...
Well, wait, actually, before you go on with that, getting back to Illinois, Hoopeston? There's a town called Hoopeston.
In Illinois. I learn a new Illinois town every day.
Mm-hmm. Take a guess what the Hoopeston High School mascot is. Doesn't have anything to do with basketball.
The Hoopeston High School mascot is the gopher.
Oh, so close. So it's rural Illinois.
Okay.
And
which is 95% of Illinois.
Yeah. And their mascot is the corn jerker. Because as you know, growing up on a farm...
the jerking of corn is a legitimate thing.
Detasseling corn is something that you would do, and it's, corn jerking. And their mascot was fantastic.
What was he doing?
So, well,
what's his thing?
He's just a big...
piece of corn.
Yeah. Ear of corn with big Mickey Mouse gloves. So... But, honestly, I don't remember if he still had his tassel or not. He may not have been jerked. Which, maybe somebody could take care of that.
I bet the school has a lot of fun with that.
I suspect the surrounding schools have a whole lot of fun with it. But
we're playing the corn jerkers tonight.
Yes.
I
wonder if they go by the CJs or something.
Especially someone from a larger city or a suburb that had to play them in like a interleague game,
right?
Or
if they
a
made
playoff game,
right?
Some Southside Chicago school playing against the corn jerkers. That's fantastic. Last but not least, to close this up for JDawg and Leevis in the news. I just like doing that. New Jersey this time.
New Jersey. We are all over the map today.
This is the original stomping grounds of In Studio Alex, our drinking friend.
That's right.
So he'd be happy to hear about this.
That's right.
New Jersey woman stuck in a septic tank rescued after 3 hours.
Ooh.
You don't want to fall into a septic tank.
No, that would be a long time.
I think I don't have it right here. There's not too much to talk about. She fell in the septic tank and she was stuck in there, so you can only imagine what she went through. Mm-hmm. It was some of the comments that people posted on Facebook about it. Well, at least there was enough to eat and drink for a while. Oh. And you're thinking, when a story's thrown out on Facebook, not everybody can be compassionate. There has to be those few.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole internet presence versus looking somebody in the eye.
So, yeah. But she fell down in there for 3 hours. You had to sit down there and wait for someone to come help, and you're just screaming. I guess after 30 minutes, her son came and found her, and then he called the authorities, and it took him that long. 11 feet down in a septic tank. And I think one guy said, well, that's step one. Now you need to get her out of New Jersey. Oh, so there you go. In Studio Alex, salute to you and your hometown.
Your hometown of New Jersey.
So ding, 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 ding. One more time. JDawg and Leevis in the news. Bam! You're looking a little low there.
Mine's empty. The carnivore has been eaten.
Now, here's the thing. Last week, it's every 2 weeks now. Last podcast, Leevis talked briefly about how he gave up soda pops.
Yes.
So,
and I noticed how you use past tense on that already.
Pops. Yes. And
gave up.
The soda pops were not allowed in the last podcast, so I broke open a bottle of wine. Mm-hmm. And we enjoyed it. We came up with our new clink, and everything was good. So I break open a bottle of Carnivore tonight, and what does he do? He grabs a bottle of Jim Beam from in my basement and starts pouring it into a cup that he got from the corner grill. What's in that cup, Leevis?
Possibly a cola product.
Ah, a cola product. Mm-hmm. So not only is he drinking wine, he's drinking Jim Beam and Coke. Right next to the Jim Beam bottle is this bottle of liquor he brought to my house probably 7 years ago. And
I can't believe you still got it.
And 3 olives. Is that vodka?
Yes.
It is vodka. 3 olives vodka. And it's called Loopy.
Loopy.
It's been sitting in my fridge in the basement for all of those 7 years, and I've never opened it. There's about 3 inches of liquor left in the bottom of the bottle, and it's supposed to taste like Fruit Loops.
You are in for a surprise.
So later on this evening, I'm going to take a little shot of that, and we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, I like that you were out of shot glasses, but you had plenty of votive candles.
It's exactly what I did, because I don't do shots that often, so I made sure to get all the wax out. And we're going to do shots out of votive glasses. Votive shots. It's in the fest, and they are nicely colored Thanksgiving glasses. So we'll do that. And then I had 2 other bottles of wine I was willing to crack open, but he's already...
Hey, I'm just trying to keep up with you tonight.
All right, well...
Which is why I have to get ahead.
He's got his Jim Beam and Coke, but I'm going to give him a little bit more of the carnivore.
Carnivore.
The meat eater. Oh, yes.
So, speaking of candles, though, over dinner, you were...
Over our candlelight dinner.
Interesting anecdote about... that involved candles.
It did.
But I heard...
Which is also in the news.
Oh, do it.
JDawg and Leevis in the news. Read earlier today. This is just today. I don't remember where it was from, though. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. A 22-year-old teacher was charged with raping a younger male student. Alabama. I don't remember the town. It was in Alabama.
Yeah, let's make sure we get the South in here.
So I never did find out how old the boy was, but I guess it really doesn't matter. When you talk about this situation, it's the whole point of the... And we talked about this over our candlelight dinner, our candlelight fish fry Texas burger dinner. You can't have that. You can't break that trust. You can't break that relationship. It doesn't matter how close in age you are. It doesn't matter if the student was 18. You just don't do that. It's way beyond the whole rape or...
That's probably why there's laws about it.
Yeah. Well,
for underage.
Then we talked about it. When you're overage, it still shouldn't be done. It's still morally and ethically wrong.
Right, if not legally.
But possibly not legally wrong. But anyways, the way they caught this girl is they had the boy's phone because his parents got involved, and they started to text her. And they said, "Are we still meeting tonight?" "Yes, we're still meeting tonight." "Are we meeting at your house?" "Yes, but make sure you get there soon because my husband comes home around whatever time it was, 7 or 8. So the cops go over there. They open the door, and she's laying on the floor with candles around her in the dark, waiting for this boy to arrive. I told the story to Leevis, and the whole time I'm explaining what's going on after that, he thought I said there were handles on the floor.
She was holding handles on the ground.
Or holding the handles.
Yes.
So here's Leevis'
I had a
brain
completely
going
different
a completely
picture.
different way.
Yeah, I had a completely different picture going on in my head. I thought she was really
the dark,
really prepared.
In the dark with handles.
Yes.
Are these handles that she's holding on to? Are they actually fastened to the floor? Are they her handles?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna, prove that somebody is, doing that, that would prove it. Lighting a candle to me doesn't show that you're really ready. Maybe your power was out.
But if your handles are out,
yeah, if you're drilling handles into your floor, then you're probably ready for business. I don't know.
Oh, so yeah, 22-year-olds.
That's uncharted territory for me.
Uncharted. You can actually say uncharted.
That's uncharted. Okay.
22-year-olds, knock it off.
Yeah.
Grow
up.
Stop it. Grow up a little bit.
Grow up.
Now I have to be a little careful that I am 6 years older than my wife.
I thought you were going to say you were 22.
But I made sure to park out the high school when she was 18, and that's when I met her. So everything's fine. It's legal. We're all good. We're all happy now.
I told you it wouldn't last.
Well, 18 years and counting, but 20. I don't know if we can make it to 20.
I doubt it.
Yeah, 18.
She might wise up one of these days.
One of these days she will. She'll realize the mistake she made.
Turn her life around.
So I guess that wraps up in the news.
Leave you chasing her like an angry penguin.
All the way down the street, too. Because I've been running again, so my angry penguin lasts a little longer than most.
You can get 4 houses away.
I can get 4 blocks with that guy. Hold on. Oh, so that wraps up in the news, and I thought it was already wrapped up, but it wasn't.
Yeah, no, there's always a little more.
But it's probably no better time than any. Wait, no, that didn't sound right.
Huh?
No better time than any now time better than any time now to to bring out something else that we haven't had in a while. And if you bear with me,
what would that be?
Well, I have to type my password in before I can get to it because it's a secret. It's a secret item. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We all know your password, JDawg.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That was close.
So now that the password is in there, without further ado, I would like to give you the inspirational thought of the day.
Ooh.
And now, on the JDawg and Leevis show, inspirational thought of the day.
As a healthcare professional, I feel that it is my duty to share this breaking news. I just got word that Obamacare will not cover guys with stinky balls. Now, before some of you get upset with me, I am fully aware that dirty balls are a pre-existing condition. Dirtbags from everywhere have called my office panicking because summer is around the corner and their balls still smell like hot dog water juice. For those that are upset and concerned about their scrotum health, I do have a solution. If your ball sack destroys hand towels on a regular basis, it is time to buy some Woody wipes. If you cannot pass the scratch and sniff test, it is time to buy some Woody wipes. If your wiener gets stuck to your leg while you walk, it is time to buy some Woody wipes. Remember, guys, foul balls belong in baseball games and not in your underwear, because smell matters.
This has been another inspirational thought of the day on the JDawg and Leevis show.
I'm sensing a theme here. We got hairy bats and foul balls.
I didn't put that one together.
We should have.
Hairy bats and foul balls. But it was more of an advertisement for Woody Wipes.
Yeah.
Which is an actual product. So there you go, Woody Wipes, free advertising.
What?
But that was an actual doctor.
Okay.
Well, he said he was.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, that's just priceless. But yes, foul balls do belong in baseball and not in your underwear. So inspirational in bringing out. It was more of a public service announcement, but it was inspirational to make you aware that this could be happening.
Woody wipes.
Yeah. That smells like hot dog water juice. Oh, that's awful. So there you go. Inspirational thought of the day is back, ladies and gentlemen. And
Yahoo!
I have just been given a
This
note.
just in.
Just in. JDawg and Leevis in the news. I am putting the girls to bed in a minute. I have to get your daughter up early. Be quiet. All right. This just in.
Oh, we can't clink anymore, can we?
No, we can't clink anymore. We could clink, but it has to be a soft clink.
No. I've only got one speed, only one volume.
Softer.
See, I told you.
So, girls are going to bed. Show goes on. As you can see, this is not.
Good thing your basement's soundproof and has handles on the floor.
No, you see, the nice thing about my basement is I have handles and candles.
You think of everything.
Soft, heavy. So, I'm looking over at this 3 Olives bottle now, and I'm kind of worried about it because I've been enjoying wine all night, and I don't know if this is going to ruin it.
It's going to go really well with a dry wine. I can just sense it. I have had the 3 Olives Loopy. I don't know how old that bottle is, but I know it was before I was drinking whiskey when I thought that would be a good idea. Screw cap tells you...
oh, there's the smell.
It smells like Fruit Loops, right?
There's only one thing I can think of here while we're drinking Loopy 3 Olives. Go ahead and get this poured here. You're doing it too, young man.
Oh, yes.
In the candle motives. Candles in the other room. Hey, it's Loopy! Let's drink 3 Olives Loopy, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Again, because if you've had too much of a carnivore...
Wow. It's quite the smell.
It does smell like Fruit Loops.
Can we clink these?
If it was liquefied Fruit Loops.
Oh, that's more of a shot clink. One more time. Oh,
there
nice.
you go.
All right.
Ready? I don't know if you really want to shoot this.
2. You gotta shoot it.
All
3
right.
Olives Loopy, go! What the hell? What the hell? 7 years in the making. Tastes like rubbing alcohol with Fruit Loops in it.
I think it tastes like not Pine Sol, but one of those other cleaner products. Yeah.
Swiffer Wet Jet. You just rub one of those on my tongue.
Or it something. Kind of tastes like a clown jizzed in my mouth. Yeah, I think that's the taste.
It's 3 Olives vodka, ladies and gentlemen. Just like a clown shot a load in your mouth. Oh. Well, you could turn this real quick. Here comes Bozo now.
Hey, everybody!
Did he talk like that?
No, that was Goofy, but that's as close as I could get.
Hey, everybody! Hey! I got a bottle of Loopy here.
Oh, I couldn't finish the whole load.
I got 3 olives to put in your mouth. Wow.
They have a s'mores flavor too. Maybe we could get that. Maybe it smells like
s'mores 3 olives.
Yeah, maybe it smells like your guinea pig.
It's not as bad as the lemon chiffon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That was the worst thing.
Yeah,
The worst drink I probably ever had.
That's what it is though. Is it tastes like a lemon pledge? I think.
There you go, pledge.
Yeah,
It's pledge.
Ooh.
So
I still have half a glass.
You can. I went all out or all in, whatever you want to call it.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of Thanksgiving here, with these 2 Thanksgiving votive candle glasses, simple question.
I can't see. I think I got a clown mask.
I was going to say, you got to take the clown mask off. Oh.
It's not a zombie mask per se. It's more like it's like a big red nose on my face now. Okay.
Like, if you want to call it a nose.
Yeah.
Very simple question.
Oh.
What side of the turkey has most feathers on it?
I think I know this one.
Well, let it go.
I'm going to say the outside.
That is absolutely correct.
Yes!
Just for everybody to know. It's the same with guinea pigs. Which side has the most hair on it? It's the outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's the outside. Which side has the most ingrown hairs on it? It's the outside of a hairy bat.
The bat side?
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Ooh.
Well, that was quite...
I can't imagine why that's lasted 7 years. You apparently haven't cleaned your furniture lately.
I mean, when did you bring this? Was it a LAN party? Was it...
Oh, God, I don't know.
It was way before we did this show, so you didn't bring it for the show. It's been in that fridge forever.
Yeah, it really has.
Maybe in another 7 years I'll crack it out again.
Oh, I was kind of hoping we'd finish it, but...
It's actually called Loopy, and it's got Loopy across the front, and it's all different colors like Fruit Loops. Mm-hmm. Purple L, orange O, yellow O, blue P, blue P. That's what's going to happen when I'm done here.
Blue P.
Blue.
The blue peas.
And a red Y. Why did I drink this? So you've got Jim Beam Honey and Coke, Carnivore, and Loopy in your gut.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Well, I actually haven't had the Jim Beam yet. I'm sure it'll happen because I'm trying to keep up with you. But yeah, I do find it amusing that the Jim Beam bottle says it has a hint of sweetness, and
it's more than a hint.
Yeah,
it's pretty syrupy.
Hint is an understatement,
right? It's definitely more syrupy than the Jack Daniel's version of the honey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you definitely want to have some Coke with it.
I concur.
I tried it on pancakes once.
Oh, yeah?
Right after I took them off the iPad. Tasted fantastic.
Maybe that's what we need in a Chicago pancake.
A Chicago pancake with
Jim
Jim Beam honey. Oh, there's another one, Jim Beam Maple.
I have not had the maple yet.
And I have tried it, and it is really good.
Okay.
I do like it. The maple thing is like the next craze, I guess, because I tried maple pecan coffee at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh.
And I now order that instead of my normal coconut. I always got coconut flavor at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, okay.
No more. Maple pecan.
Maple's got the sweetness. The cool kids up in my neck of the woods.
Yeah. Up north.
Found, what was it? I want to say it's like caramel apple Crown Royale.
Ooh.
And apparently that went very quickly.
Now, Crown Royale, Crown, easy for me to say,
yeah.
Crown Royale, it's not expensive,
Crown
is it?
Royal. Not horribly.
It's a little bit
I thought
more...
I assumed it was much more expensive, but it's really...
Just a fancy bottle.
Yeah, right. I would say, like 25, 30% more than whatever else we would be buying.
Gotcha.
So it's not... It may be...
And that's Canadian whiskey.
Is it?
I believe. I think it is.
Or a bourbon or a something. I don't know. I just assumed it was out of my range. I can't reach that high on the shelf. So
what was funny is in studio Alex, who's going to be doing a whiskey show with us, might not be before Christmas. There's just way too much going on, and you're trying to book shows. We only got 2 left till Christmas.
Coming attraction.
Since we do this every other week, only a couple more. He will get in here, and I'm thinking if he comes in January, it's going to be much better because January is a drag-on month anyways. Something to look forward to there. But he did ask me the other night, do you think Leevis has ever tried Angel's Envy? And I sent him back a picture of the empty bottle. And he said, well, don't need to bring that one.
Oh, no, he does need to bring that one.
Oh, you would like him to bring that one, so you
sure.
can talk about it.
That was good.
All right. Well,
it's been a long time. Actually, I got it for my birthday.
Yes, you did.
A year ago.
Reach up there and grab that bottle. There's a date on it.
Oh,
because they give you a small tag to put the open date on it. And this is the day that we opened it. And it's probably going to make me feel horrible because it's going to say that it was like a year and a half ago or something.
9/1/16.
Okay, so a year and 2 months ago. Where did that time go?
Yeah.
It's like we just opened it yesterday. I can still smell it inside.
You're old.
I am old.
It smells like... It does not smell like lemon fresh pledge. Jeez.
I'm halfway to 50.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I like the way you count.
And my wife, she is 39, and she was out walking the other day, and she sent me her stats on her walk, and she had gone like 4 miles, and she jogged half of it.
Nice job, Mrs. JDawg.
And she had said, well, I'm not getting any younger, and I'm halfway to 44. I'm not sure what it meant, but I laughed out loud. So she has her reasonings, I have my reasonings. Makes us feel young and vibrant. And
see, I don't know, because you can hang on to 39 for quite a while.
You can.
If you want to.
Yes, you can.
So if anybody can, she can.
Shot a Loopy every day will keep you at 39.
I don't know.
Well, here we are. Once again, we're at about an hour. So you might want to reach back there and pick up that gilly.
Got it.
One thing you wanted to talk about tonight, but we're just going to let it linger a little bit longer, was the Halloween at the campground.
Oh, I did want to talk about the Halloween.
Unless you'd rather dive into it now.
We should probably save that.
I think we'll save it. That's a good enough tease, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Because it's really interesting. So 10-string gilly, 6 fingers.
We're going minor.
Oh, man. It's deep and dark tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going minor. So podcast 31. Show 2, season 2. Michael Allen Gould, thank you very much tonight.
That was awesome to hear from him again.
It was very awesome to hear from him again. Someday, and I keep badgering him to get him in studio for a show, because that would be uncontrollable. Now, Michael Allen Gould does not drink.
It's true.
But he would be his own designated driver.
Yeah.
And we would have to drink even more heavily for his entertainment.
He's just kind of naturally on a life high.
He is. He's found the right things to make him high. Such as his music and his passion for vinyl. This guy...
That's worth talking about, too.
Every single day posts a different album that he's playing at home for his enjoyment. I don't even know how big that record collection is. But every day, something new. So I find an old box of albums in my dad's garage, and I pull out the Dolly Parton album, take a picture of it, throw it online, and to amuse me, he says, that's nice, Jim, with your Dolly Parton album.
He does at least celebrate it.
Yes, he does.
He celebrates the effort that you put in.
Yes, he does. But Dolly Parton, definitely a part of my childhood, but not so much a part of my life now. So it did bring back some memories, but she's slowing down a bit.
Is she?
She's slowing down.
Well, yeah.
The islands in the stream are more like peninsulas now. They're not out there by themselves. They're being supported. So. Podcast 31, ladies and gentlemen. As always, you can reach us right here on Spreaker.com/JDawg and Leevis. JDawg and Leevis. You can also type JDawg and Leevis into Google. It takes you all over the place. You can hit us on YouTube. You can type it into iTunes and get us there, the JDawg and Leevis Show. You can go to Blueberry. It's still there.
You sure about that?
Blueberry, BLUBURRY.com, podcast.com. They're all still there. The RSS feed is spitting them all out. So you'll find us somewhere. Do not type JDawg and Leevis into the dark web, Google.
Yes.
You may never listen to us again.
Probably not.
You don't want to hear that show. Stay on this side of the force. Which might even be talking about that soon.
It's true.
I've got my tickets for Star Wars.
I was looking at that on your calendar.
I have a date with Seamus Mickelback.
Really?
We're going to see Star Wars together.
Nice.
Haven't seen him in a while. That would be very, very nice. But I think beforehand we're going to hit the Lone Star Steakhouse.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is the one?
Right in front of the Fox Theaters there in Elgin.
Oh, okay.
Elgin, Illinois.
Because the one in Rockford is no longer there. That's why I was asking.
Well, this one shouldn't be there either because it's a horrible place. But it's right in the front and it's convenient. Maybe I'll share a ribeye with them.
There you go.
We'll share one fork. Or maybe I'll just be tough enough and eat it with a spoon.
You probably could.
Ribeye with a spoon. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. We're going to sign off here and probably have a nightcap at Minihan's.
It could happen.
After we go back and edit the heck out of this show. There'll be about 15 minutes left of good, wholesome family entertainment. Have a wonderful night. Goodbye.